I've recorded a few of these. Fuck! Okay. We're back. I actually deleted all of the footage from the vlogs I'd filmed because I hadn't put them together yet, and it was getting overwhelming. I was getting really worried about the audio quality. So I waited until this mic came in, and now we're good. It works. It's on. I hope this doesn't get annoying for anyone, and if it is, I'll just cover it up with electrical tape or something. But hi, I'm Jay, and I've been interested in doing this sort of thing for a while. I tried it. I did, I guess, basically a trial run over Christmas and like the month of December, I guess. And it was fun. It was fun, but I wasn't sure about it. So I figured, you know what? No one's here. My housemates, none of my housemates are actually going to be back until the 5th of January, probably. And I figured, hey, why not do this? I knit and crochet. I've actually been crocheting for over 10 years, I think. No, yes. Yes, that is correct. Because I was definitely crocheting by the time I was like 13. Like for realsies, not just had learned to chain and then didn't manage to figure out how to do anything else, which is where I was for a while. And I started teaching myself how to knit a couple years ago. It was over Thanksgiving break, and I think it was the Wednesday before that Thanksgiving. I got let out of work early, or like left early or whatever, and walked over to the local secondhand craft store, and I got a couple needles and I got some yarn, and I hyper focused on learning how to knit. I have also done embroidery and cross stitch for almost as long as I've been crocheting. Not as regularly though, probably longer actually. But I learned those skills when I was like between the ages of 8 and 12. So I've been doing that for longer, but it's not as consistent for me. I've also been learning how to weave recently. I know how to sew, kind of. I've made the occasional art doll that I want to get into again. It just takes up a lot of brain power and motivation and energy that I don't have, but it is something I want to get back into. But yeah, I also do illustrations. I draw digitally mostly, and I do a lot of things. And I figure I've been wanting to do something like this, and I figured why not? If I don't start something, I'm not gonna ever, and it would be nice to do something like this. I really enjoyed it. I did a few trial runs because I didn't have this, and I was too worried about the audio quality, so I just trashed them. They were a trial run. They were fine. I enjoyed it, and I'm gonna have to figure out a good editor that's not CapCut, just in case we can't use CapCut anymore in the US. I apologize for the glare. If I can figure out how to stop that, I will, but I don't want to film without my glasses on because I can't see shit when I do that. Like literally, like this far from my face, nothing. All blur. It's bad. But I did art school. I like art. I enjoy it. I would love to be able to do that for the rest of my life. Just trying to figure out how to do that. And I figured this would be a good way to chat about my hobbies and like chronicle my art journey and maybe talk about do some research based things. I don't know. I have a lot of things going in my head. We'll see what sticks. The person who actually inspired me to just fully just start filming, just start doing shit, was Asbeth. Her vlogs are so lovely and chill, and it's so good. And I watched her first one, and she was like, "Yeah, I just like decided to start doing this." I was like, "Oh, bet like okay." It really is that simple, which makes sense, but brains are weird and bad most of the time. Christmas is past. I managed to get all of my gifts done by New Year's Eve. Was it late New Year's Eve? Kind of. Did I manage it? Yes. At least all the ones for my family, all the ones I needed to get done by Christmas. But my housemates and I are doing a Secret Santa, and us and our partners, those of us whose partners don't live with us, are doing a white elephant on January 10th. And I need to do stuff for that. I was going to make the horrible goose because I thought it was funny. And then I decided not to. Um, I am instead making. Yes, it is the right way. It's probably. Ooh. It's so fucking stupid. I love it so much. It's the Morning Crafters fuck this shit tapestry pattern. You can find it on her Etsy. It's glorious. She also has some free patterns in a similar vein. As I found out when I was trying to figure out if she had a blue sky, she does not. That's going to be the white elephant gift. Is it a lot? Yes. Are there other patterns I probably could have done if I'd known about them that would have taken less time? Yes. May will I maybe switch to those? Potentially. I need to look at them to see, because I might still have time to switch even with how much I've done, because I'm like halfway done. And this is several days of pretty much just working on that. And starting next week, I won't have hours and hours of time to finish it. So I'm part of this is also going to be roaming her patterns and seeing if there's another one. There's a beautiful fuck off tapestry pillow that might be much more doable with the time I have and the time I have left. So I might do that, and that way I'm less worried about running out of this yarn. Um, which is why I started adding this yarn. I was going to do like an alternating, alternating sort of deal. I was going to do a thing with the border. I might just switch to the pillow. The more I'm talking about it, the more I might switch to the pillow. Is that going to be a bit painful? Yes. Am I going to do it? Yes. I think it will be better in the long run, because I also have to make a scarf. I guess I don't have to. I'm choosing to make a scarf for my sister's partner because I'm going to be meeting him um, on the 2nd. So in like 3 days. I'm using Premier's puzzle yarn in the badminton. Backgammon in the backgammon colorway. I think it's beautiful. It's so good. It's so good. And I'm like halfway towards a good length scarf, so that's fun. And this works up pretty quickly. It's really nice. Wild how using like the correct size needles helps you get a project done, especially when it's a simple rib. This is just a 3x2 rib. I've been watching a lot of archaeology YouTube. That's what I've been into for the past like week, and it's been a nice break from just current politics, which is usually what I watch. Um, but a lot of Mini Minuteman, and I'm starting to branch out too. Uh, and I can put on one of those like hour-long videos and get a good few inches, several. It's just a little bit repetitive, so it's been harder to do than the tapestry, but I need to get it done sooner. So, could I have crocheted this and probably worked it up faster? Yeah, but I'm sick of crochet a little bit. Most of my projects have been crochet this winter season. I don't think I knit anything actually for Christmas gifts because it takes so long. And I was not as on top of my prep as I usually am. Well, as I was last year. That was an anomaly. It snuck up on me a bit this year. I'm going to try to do some time lapse stuff, and I'm going to try to like properly record a time lapse with like with the setting instead of just going, yeah, I'll speed up the footage because that might become a nightmare a little bit. Because I think that would be fun. At least as a like chill, like this is what's going on, and then I'll try to do little updates. That I'm not just doing, hi, it's a new day, and I have more shit to show. I don't. That gets repetitive, and I get worried about that. It's a whole thing, and I'm trying not to take it too seriously because I'm talking about yarn on the internet. It's not that deep, and if I make it too serious, I'm gonna cry and throw up. So there's that. I also, something I want to discuss just generally, it's not going to be like I am going to talk about this and make it my entire channel. It'd be fine if I did. Um, is like the intersection of gender and craft, because it is a very like woman dominated space, which is great. That's fine. And it comes with its own set of social issues, historical things, all of that. I'm trans mask, and I feel a way about that sometimes, because it's something I learned growing up, but I learned in the context of homemaking a lot of the time because I grew up Mormon. I'm not anymore, but I grew up Mormon. So it was the sex you were born as is your gender, and your gender is your gender roles. So there's that, and that's a whole thing. That's a whole thing. So that may come up as a conversation topic every so often, because I think it's interesting, and I don't see a whole lot of people talking about it because that's when you have because the combination of trans person who likes fiber arts who talks about it on the internet, there's not a whole lot of people to begin with in that group. But I've been talking for like 30 minutes. I'm taking advantage of the fact that I will be alone in the house until like the 5th of January to record in the living room. And I might record outside a little bit. Who knows? No promises. I'll check back in later. Actually, let's look for patterns. This should be quick, hopefully. Hopefully it'll be quick because I'm looking at one specific person. Yeah, the morning crafter, which is a wonderful pun. And she does have some that aren't profanity. uh, but like, look at this. Festive as fuck. I love it. I love it so much. Um, yeah, like she has some that aren't. Okay, let's see here. Curse word crochet patterns is an entire category on her website. I'll link it and her Etsy shop, and the specific patterns. Probably. Yes. Yeah, of course I will. What am I? Probably. Fuck off. I hit this one right. I think this is what I'm gonna do. It looks so much more manageable. This is the vibe I want to bring to the function. Um, here we are. We're good. This is better. I know for sure that this is not like poking against my neck or like brushing against it and ruining the audio. Okay, yeah, you just need 400 yards and then 100 yards. Um, and I have polyfill. And that way it'll be a nice little throw pillow, and that'll be even easy, even more of a white elephant gift than a huge fucking tapestry where I'll have to get dowel rods for it and hope I do that right. And maybe have to, it's too much. It's too much. I'm going to have to stop or pause at some point within the next hour to start thawing out the snake's food because it's feeding day. So I'll have to stop and do that. But generally, I think I'm going to put on a video and I'm going to do one project for the length of that video so that I'm not like getting bored and getting burnt out. And that way, if I start getting bored of one pattern, but I'm not at the spot I want to be at yet, I have a way. I have like a goal. Like I know I'm going to be switching eventually, which is harder when you're watching a video that's like an hour and a half. And there's so much talking in it that it feels twice as long, even though it's good and it's fun. Yeah, I think I'm going to start with the pillow because I'm more excited about that and that'll get me into it. And then I think I'll finish one video's worth of stuff. And then I'll start prepping to feed the snake. She's nocturnal, apparently. So I say apparently like I did. Of course, I know there would be literally no reason for my friend to lie to me about that. She's nocturnal. So I'm going to try to check back in later tonight. After I do that, and I also eat dinner and take my meds. Because I have medication. Take your fucking meds. So it is 10:33 p.m. and I'm exhausted. I got this far on the scarf. I don't remember. I should have marked where I began. I'm going to mark the row I ended at so I can see my progress better tomorrow. There we go. It actually does, in fact, reach around both sides now. It's just not long enough yet. So we're getting there. I'm sure that made a horrible sound. And this is how far I got on the pillow. Not as far as I'd like. But I'm hoping to make good progress. I need to go to bed. I will check back in tomorrow. I think I need to pare down my plans for tomorrow because my fucking God, I am exhausted. Which is what happens when you can't sleep more than 6 hours in a night. And you're up at 6:30 in the a.m., which is an ungodly time. So I'm going to go to bed and hope I make some progress and good progress tomorrow. And we'll see. I really should probably not be like, oh, I can make all the plans. I can't make all the plans. I can't make most of the plans, even. I want something sweet, but I need to go to bed. I also need water. Pretty badly. I think I'm dehydrated. I think I'm dehydrated a bit. Drink water. Take your meds. But I've already taken my meds. Snake got fed. I need to check and make sure that the snake actually ate her food too. Now I need to turn on the space heater. Now it's starting to cool off more. It's not a balmy 70 or whatever the fuck outside. Oh, no wonder it felt so warm. The high was fucking 80 today. Are you shitting me? Disgusting. It was a very comfortable 80. It wasn't like summer 80 where it feels like death already. Wild. I do before the end of the break. I need to finish the 2 things I'm working on for sure. I need to go the fuck to sleep. I'll talk to you at some point tomorrow. It is January 1st, 2025. Happy New Year. It's January 1st at 9:25 p.m. and I've already misplaced. I've already misplaced the microphones. It's fine. We're fine. I did not record anything yesterday because I was too damn tired. It was a struggle. I didn't do the vast majority of the things that I'd wanted to do originally, but I didn't set any of that in stone, pretty much. So it worked out. I do not, turns out, need to get the scarf done by tomorrow because my sister and her partner are not coming up tomorrow because she and another sister are sick. So, not good that they're sick. Before I was about to word it very badly. I hope they're okay. I not having to finish the scarf did work out for me a little bit though, because I had to stop at some point last night because I was hurting my palm. I think it was here. It was one of these two places. Using a metal implement for hours on end with the way that I hold both knitting needles and crochet hooks has been a bit rough, and I did mostly get it done. That was the frustrating part, is it's almost done. And if my hands hadn't been so irritated, I could have kept going. Oh, well, there goes the yarn. Here it is. But, like, look at that. It only needed, depending on how long the end result was going to be, what, another couple videos worth? Another couple hours of work, working fast? I might have been able to complete it. I did so much. This is, I forget if this was from Sunday or Monday. Like if I put it in Sunday or Monday. So if I put it in Monday and I was just noting like when I stopped Monday, regardless, this is like 2 days worth of work. And not working on this the entire time either. But I'll need to work something out with my sister to get this to her boyfriend. I'll need to work something out with her, but I don't think she's going back down to school until like the 9th. So I have until then, so I can just pick this up later. But I'm over halfway done. I don't quite remember if I've hit the 30. Let me count. I can count the rows. Yeah, I'm on row like 27 and it only has 46 rows. I may end up adding 1 or 2 to the top and bottom depending on how close this gets to a square. Because as you can see, as you can see, it may or may not be quite a square. Like, maybe. It might be close enough. I'm using, I think the pattern, not recipe, I was about to call it a recipe. I think the pattern calls for a like 5mm hook and I'm using 3.75 millimeters because I prefer it. And I like the look, and this yarn, either because it's old enough or cheap enough or worked with enough, it's a like thinner worsted, I'll be honest, I'm not even sure if it technically counts as worsted. I got it forever ago. It's loops and threads yarn from Michaels. I got it for a temperature blanket like a couple of years ago, and then I never did the temperature blanket. So I've just had a fuck ton of yarn, especially like these colors and the dark blue. This. But yeah, I'm gonna work on this a little bit more. I'm very tired. I'm very tired. I did stop taking the supplements I have to take for a couple days, so I wonder if that's part of it. I'm gonna try to remember to take them tonight. And see if that helps. Magnesium and vitamin D. But yeah, so I'm gonna work on this for a little bit more tonight, I think, and then I'm gonna play Stardew Valley. I played it this morning. It was great. I'm in winter of year 3, I think. Yeah, winter of year 3. It's a few days out from the Feast of the Winter Star. And my guy this year is Harvey. So I'll just grab, I keep at least a few of every item I collect so that I have it in case I need it for like a fish pond or a quest or a present. So I have so many pickled vegetables. I don't even like pickles. They cause me physical discomfort, like looking at them. I hate them so much. But I mean, if the doctor wants pickles, he's gonna get pickles. I just came in from outside. I guess I've been in for like several minutes, and because I was lighting some incense, and I need to do it today. And I couldn't get going this morning. I didn't get out of bed until like 1 p.m. and I woke up at like 9. So bit of a late start, but that's okay. The 1st of January is always going to be a late start, at least for me. But I hope y'all's, there's like a gnat in here. I hope y'all's New Year's went well. I'm gonna try. Oh. Oh. I'll check in later. If not tonight, then tomorrow. Hi, it's January 3rd at 1:34 p.m. It's the early afternoon. I ended up not recording yesterday because I wanted to focus on getting as much done as possible on the pillow. I am almost finished. I finished the back yesterday. And by the time I got done with it, it was past 11 p.m. And I decided to just go to bed. I'm not sure. I started outlining the letters, but I'm not sure I want to keep it. I didn't think they were going to pop through enough last night, but looking at it again, I think it'll be fine. And I think the outline actually muddies things up more. Also, it's going to take fucking forever. So I think I'm going to undo what I did and finish sealing it up a little bit till probably about like here. And then I'll throw it in the wash with a few other things I need to wash. And then I'll stuff it and finish it, and then it'll be done. I won't have to worry about it anymore. So I will see y'all once this is done. Okay. I finished it I like it a lot. This isn't the sort of thing I'd make for myself, but I'm proud of it nonetheless. It's delightful. I I'm done. I'm tired. While I was waiting for the crocheted part to come out of the dryer, and I guess while I was washing it, because I was doing this while I was washing it, and while it was in the washer and the dryer, which is how that works. I took some of the bins out of my room and started sorting them. I did some organizing and some consolidating while I binged the rest of Checkmate Lincolnites, and my fucking god, it's so stupid and weird. It's so good. But it's done. It's finished. I wish I'd seen this pattern before the tapestry, because I could have been done with this a lot sooner and had a lot more break, not desperately trying to finish the white elephant gift. But that's okay. Sometimes that happens. And it used up a good amount of my polyfill, which is nice because I don't do a whole lot of things that require it anymore. I used to make amigurumi a lot. This isn't from that, I don't think. It's right here. So I've had it for a long time, because I guess I needed it for something. And I made 2 pillows. So I made 2 things that need it in the past month or whatever. So I'm glad I didn't do the embroidery outlining the letters. I don't think that would have worked as well. I think it works fine as is. And it cost me nothing to make except time, because I had all of this yarn in my stash already. I say all as if it's a lot of yarn. It used up several balls, but they weren't huge ones. But I'm gonna eat, take a Stardew break, and yeah, I hope you'll have a good whatever time of day it is. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you next time.